Okay, so I thought that I would document this since I had it all taken apart and figure out a good way to get it undone. But the other day I had to change this stupid, what do you call it, the low beam light on a 2017 Jetta. And the way that they recommend that you do that is to take, it's right here, not the one closest to you, but the one furthest away. The way they recommend you change it is literally, they want you to take all the greasing off. They want you to remove the headlight to replace that light bulb. In order to do that, you've got to take off this piece right here. All of this comes out and it will expose the light. And then once you expose the light, you don't have to take the light out, but you can just replace the light from back here. Well, I didn't do that. I decided that I could do it from coming in through here with my hand. And in doing so, what I did was I ended up making this a little bit weak, I guess. This is the pull, the trigger for the opening up the hood. Well, I put it back together. There's just a little ball in there. Put it back together and I closed the hood, and then I realized after I did that I couldn't get the hood open. And what had happened was this had come back open. The little ball that's inside of here opened up, and this cable was then loose. So I just want to let you know, because there is a couple of British guys that have put how to fix this on the internet, and I thought I would just be more clear on two things. One, that this is a problem, so be careful if you ever work on replacing that headlight over here, that you don't screw with this thing. You don't need to take this off. You don't need to take this off. You don't need to take the light out. You really just need to take the under panel for the fender. It's just about 8 screws with a Torx driver. There's just one size, and they're all the same size screw. Take that off. Trust me. Take the tire off. I know this sounds like a lot to do, but when you want to change the light bulb, you got to take the tire off, you got to take the under fender off, you got to remove all these things. Don't have to touch any of this right here, and you don't have to bend your hand around there. Even I've got small hands. You don't have to put your hand around there to do that. If you'll take all this stuff off, then changing that light bulb will be a simple matter of taking the cover off, which is this guy right here. Take this cover off, and then simply twist the light bulb out, and it'll pop right out. Don't follow the VW recommendation. Of course, don't do this unless you're capable of doing that. But it's an $11 bulb, and they want $80 to change the bulb at the VW place. So I just thought I would show you. But since I screwed up the thing, the lid was closed, and the pull inside was broken. So what I did, because there's a lot of people that came up with different methods of doing this, I manufactured an old cable, and I put a little hook in the end. I don't know if you can see, but I put a little hook on the end of this. This is a motorcycle cable. I'm sorry, a lawnmower cable. I put a little bitty tiny crimp on the end, just enough so that I could put my hand up in this area right here, grab that pull with my finger. I put it in the cable release thing, and then with my other hand I pulled the other end of this cable, and it popped the hood right off. In fact, it came off like way easier than I was expecting it to. So there's a pull in here. It's a spring-loaded pull about that far. You can put your finger in there and just hold the cable in there on top of that spring, and then just pull that cable with the other side, and it'll unlock the hood. I had seen people say using number 10 spanner to loosen this thing up. I'm like, oh my god, I can't even imagine doing that. So anyway, the last thing I'm going to do for this is there is enough space right here to put in a stainless steel cable tie. I'm going to tie that sucker closed. So that's the last thing I'm going to do here, is just going to put a tie there, and I'll video that just how I did it. But if this thing pops open, this little ball there is going to come out, and you're your driver's side pull is going to come free, and you're not going to be able to open your hood. So this is just a plastic part. There's more plastic parts inside. This whole thing, I wish I would have known, it's been built out of so many plastic parts that it's like really super annoying. And even I think on this, I think the water pump is going out. I have a brand new GTI as well. Water pump has gone out on it. I'm in the process of getting it repaired. But on these 2-liter engines, right down in the back of all of that is a electric water pump, and it takes 2 hours to get it out, and it looks like it lasts about 50,000 miles, so that's a whole nother issue. Anyway, I'm going to tie this with a cable tie here, and I'll be right back. Okay, cable tie is complete because this car needs more metal, and that's a one-way street there. If you use metal, I mean, you really have to work to get that off, and it's not going to deteriorate in the elements, stainless steel. So that sucker ain't coming off by accident anymore. And I guess one more bit of advice: don't do like I did. If you're going to change the light bulb, take the wheel off, take the fender well cover off, access it from the inside, and before you shut the hood, go inside the car. Open the door, come down here and pull this lever and make sure that there's tension on. Otherwise, you're going to be doing this procedure, and I suspect you're here because you're going to do this procedure now. So get with it, and good luck.